Hello and welcome back to Medieval Dynasty. So we have to wait for the next moon. We have another person here somewhere. Oh, they're out in the orchard. I like the look of their orchard. You can take their planks. Yoink. My planks now. Nothing there. What does she want?
How are you?
Is there anything troubling you? I'm worried about my husband. After his accident, he started to act weird. What accident? And what do you mean by weird? A tree fell on him while he was cutting it. Since then, all he talks about are some game devils and NPCs. What they are. I don't understand him at all. Maybe you can talk to him. I'm an NPC. Deborah Walker is really worried about her husband. She seems to know too much, or he seems to know too much. The fourth wall is crumbling. Okay.
Conversations about the weather, crops, animals.
Welcome. It took me a while to go over our findings. They brought all the memories back. My father has been missing for years, and I was sure that he was gone for good. But at that moment, I felt like I just lost him that day. It just shows how much he meant to you. You don't have to bother to comfort me. I'll manage. Spending some time alone made me calm down and clear my head. How about you? Did you learn anything from my uncle Nayaden? He was reluctant to speak at all until he realized the axe was his. The rusty weapon is his? It's hard to imagine. What could make him leave it there? He'd rather lose his hand than lose his grip on the handle.
Miners are such blockheads.
I don't know. He instantly became furious and claimed that the hunters stole it from him. Well, he could just be angry that you reminded him of losing it. It would be considered a great disgrace if he simply misplaced his axe. Did he share anything else? Not much besides grunting, threatening, and finding your mother to be a root of all evil. My mother? Why would he say that? Well, he might think that she's responsible for every action. He still views me as a child who can't wipe his own arse without Mom's help. Must have something in common because that's exactly how he described you. Blast him, he's useless. Was a good friend of my family once, but that's long gone. Completely forsaken us when my father went missing. Whatever, I don't need him then, and I don't need him now. Let's forget about him. We have a delicate matter for you. There's a renowned barber surgeon residing in the main city. His name is Sedowin. The man has vast knowledge on any subject I can imagine. I witnessed him putting together a badly broken leg of one of our villagers. I can't deny him that. He's known to put a lot of people on their feet. This establishment in Piastovia. I've never heard of him. You have so. Usually carried unconscious to the surgeon.
We work, and who benefits from that? People from Piastovia.
Take my Fathe? The remains of his father.
What a world without kings would look like?
Bring them to the medic and let him examine them. I want to be sure what they are and learn more about the cause of death. Of course. What do you need? I thought we were talking to Phalislaw. Oh, a player character. The sole purpose of my miserable existence. I'm not sure if I understand. I wouldn't say so. There are much more reasons for it than you realize. So you've become self-aware. What quest do you have for me? Much more reasons than you realize. I'm not even in any of the main story quests. I'm just a minor NPC. Nobody would notice if I disappeared. Well, real people rarely do grandiose things. So this makes you more humane than you think. If there weren't any NPCs like you, this world would be empty. You make it more believable with your sheer existence. Maybe, but I can't even leave this village because narrative designers didn't put me in any quest like that. My days look almost the same. All my actions are routines predetermined by an AI programmer and level designer. At least you can enjoy a peaceful life, and this particular game is not such a bad place to live. Definitely better than ending up as an NPC in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. What's a zombie? You don't want to know, and I don't want you to have nightmares because of me, or an undead person who wants to eat brains and turn other humans into zombies.
I could eat them all the time. Hey,
You're absolutely right. It could have been worse. Maybe the Oxbow isn't such a bad place after all. I bet many players may even envy you, and would rather be living in the Oxbow than wherever they live. Do you really think so? Absolutely, or no, I'm just trying to make you feel better in case it's a condition to complete the quest. I say absolutely. Thank you. It cheered me up a little. It's still a bit upsetting that this quest is probably going to be the most exciting part of my life. If it provides you any comfort, I can tell you that maybe your quest is small but memorable.
Another splinter.
Glad to hear that. Thank you once again. So I think it's time for me to give you an objective. Kill a lynx or bring me 5 logs. Logs of all things? Don't look for any sense in it. There's none. Don't give me any of the.
It's meaningless.
Don't give me these logs right away. I want you to remember me for more than one day. All right, off I go then.
Forest gives, forest takes.
That's an interesting quest. So we want to go to Piastovia. Let's take the Uber.
Hello.
I need a ride. Piastovia, please. Let's go see Sedowin. We got more things on the board. Firewood, stick, and torch. Could do that one. That's pretty easy. 11 copper knives we could do. I don't want to hunt foxes. And 21 planks we could do. Build our reputation up so we can hire people when we see them. Is everything all right? My friend entrusted me with an unusual request regarding human remains. I might be the only person in the world hit by nostalgia at the sound of these words. Even the forsaken odor that accompanied my experiments seems pleasant in my memories. Bloody ignorance always have to ruin everything. Forgive me, I'm babbling. Where's the body? What body? There isn't any. I have a bundle of remains. That's all I have. Here you go. Routing was driving me insane. Bundle of remains. Oh, it's quite disappointing. There's not much to examine here, which is a pity. I was expecting something more flesh than a dried fossil. But you've come a long way, and I wouldn't want to give you, or that you go in vain. Let's see. The femur bone is quite long. The head is thick. That's almost certainly a man's bone, but its state is awful. There are several deep cuts and blunt markings. I'd say they came from the sturdy hands of a crude butcher. Someone took tremendous care to ensure he wouldn't survive. Judging by the condition of the pieces, was a middle-aged individual. However, the remains themselves are not old. The man is still alive several years ago. I just hope you didn't dig up someone you murdered yourself. That kind of behavior would be treated without delay. I have this recipe for a potion. No, that won't be necessary. I got precisely what I came for. Thank you. I don't usually bury them. I let the crows do the work. Many thanks for your detailed opinion. Take care, or I've never murdered anyone. Killed, that's a different story, but murder, never. Won't be necessary. Let's go out here and see what we can do for completing these quests. Hopefully we have some planks. We need 11 copper knives. We're going to have to go home and make those. Put that bow away. Torches we will have to make. We ran home and slept through the night, and I got the things for the knives. Needed 11. And that should be 11 copper knives. I got the sticks and the firewood. We just have to make torches, and I had to buy the scheme for that, and we make them in the workshop in here, and everything's in here. We need 11. What else do we need? 21 planks I got. Got the knives. Got all that. So let's run to the house quick, get rid of these pickaxes. Extra stuff we don't need to be carrying.
Isn't it weird that only women bleed once a month while no animals do?
I've never put much thought into that. There's room in here. Where are we going here? Pickaxes we don't need on us. Iron scythe we don't need on us. Let's drop the axe. This one will last a while yet. Let's get rid of... Let's roast this meat.
I should take some clothes off.
Roast that. We got some salted meat we could roast. Let's go over here and finish this. We need to hunt a lynx for that guy. Is there a lynx close to us? There's a lynx right there. Let's go to Piestovia. That's at the closest links. Looks like it. Unless I'm missing it. Let's go do that first so we can finish that. And we also needed 5 logs for that guy. I'll run back to Piestovia and let's finish some of these quests, get rid of some of this weight. There he is.
Nice outfit.
Hello.
Wish I were so confident.
See if these knife meet your expectation. Let me take a look. No, that's craft I can approve of. Here's your deserved payment. And if you meet this con man yourself, please let me know. Keep my eyes open. Don't come back.
Hello.
I hear about the bridge materials. That's great. You have no idea how much pressure I'm under from the bridge enthusiasts. Make sure to let them know that I helped you and mean no harm to any bridges.
Have a nice day.
I'm roasting out here.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
See you soon.
And oh, we're short one stick.
How are you?
So, witchcraft and evil, huh? Apparently so. Notes from this lunatic will drive me mad one day. You can never have enough wood and torches, so I left it hanging. I understand.
See you around.
So that leaves us with... So we need to hunt the lynx. It's grayed out. He said logs or a lynx. Let's go hunt a lynx anyway. I like lynx. I don't want to kill them, but... Okay, it just says wait for the next day, so we don't have to hunt a lynx. So you take the remains back. I want to get... See if there's some clothes to keep us cool. I took all our clothes off, so we need heat protection. That's +3. +7. +14. Oh, that's cold protection. I'm looking at the wrong one. +6 heat protection. +17. That's probably the best one. Let's buy one of those. So what about boots? Don't make heat protection. Neither do fancy shoes. Fur shoes, definitely not. Cold protection. This gives us heat protection. Linen shirt 3. That gives us 5. You get trousers with cuffs. Which was the other one? I already forgot. Short sleeve tunic.
I've been a vendor since before you could walk. Take care.
See, way up it says 41C. So the straw hat. And the joint. No, that's worse. It's not the one we want. No, we don't want that. The gauge is going down.
Are incredibly high.
Is it going to go all the way down?
Heat is unbearable.
Okay, good. It's gone. Don't have to buy any shoes.
And talk like an idiot, but don't let that fool you. He really is an idiot.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we just need this one. That pigeon attacked us.
How can I help you?
Let's go to Colonica.
Miners are such blockheads. How are all those candles lighting up by themselves?
It's good to see you. What news do you bring? Did you learn something from the barber surgeon? The bones belong to a middle-aged man and are a few years old. There's no more doubt. Those remains have to belong to my father. The location and other findings confirm this. You can hand them over to me. I should return them to my brother or my mother as soon as I can. She got furious when she learned that I'd lent them to someone. Here you go. I don't want this ghost to haunt me. With pleasure, they belong to your family. Thank you. I don't blame her for her reaction. I've opened an old wound and came close to an act of profanation. Profanation? She has suffered enough loss in her life. Yet, there was something different in my mother's behavior this time. She may have been confused or enraged, but she had never questioned that they were Womir's bones. What's more, she even threatened to bring justice to father's murderers. I was almost sure that my father froze to death in the wild. No one ever tells me the truth. Did at least Sedowin mention my father's cause of death? He did, and he was pretty sure about that. Sedowin found deep cuts in the bones and claimed that brute force was used to end your father's life. So it's true after all. Deep wounds, great force, a bloody axe, and a hidden body. This pattern is more clear than a trace of bleeding doe runs through the snowy forest. Needn't come with me. I wish to confront this traitor. All right, I'm behind you. Be careful.
Hey!
What's the gathering all about, boy? You're too intimidated to speak with me alone? I've already talked with one of their friends. All of them are nothing but vagrants and scoundrelmongers. I don't want to waste my time on crap allegations again. Save it. Your time was not wasted. It's almost over in this village. I won't be listening to any of that nonsense again. Get out of my house, you brat. I'm not moving a single step. You will listen to what I have to say, murderer. You better watch. We went to the cottage in the woods and found your axe, rusted and covered with blood. I know what you did. They've stolen it from me, damn hunters. They always. Cut the bullshit. We found this chopped up bones near the fort or the cavern. You killed my father. I. You what, huh? Want to feed me more lies? Look me in the eyes. into my fucking eyes and say you didn't do it. Yarapelk, you grew up so quickly. He was supposed to be your best friend, and you butchered him. I never. Yes, I did. Why? I don't know. I didn't mean to. At least, I think I didn't. That whole night was a big blur, a hazy nightmare. We went out drinking in the blizzard. We argued a bit, but damn, I was so hammered. When I woke up, I had such a splitting headache I couldn't barely see. So, the smell that I noticed first, I saw the red, everything was red. And my brother, you sickened me. I don't blame you. I loathed myself that day as well. I'm sorry, Yarapelk. Nothing I can say in my defense. I heard enough. I can't even look at you right now, but you'll pay for what you've done. And don't try to run. There's no place in this realm I would not hunt you down. I need to speak with my mother. I'm terribly sorry, Yarapelk. If there's anything I can do to help, don't hesitate to ask. Of course, I don't want to be a burden. I'll help. Someone should check on Pazirka, Lydian's ex-wife. She deserves to know the truth. Consider it done. Is she in here? She is not. Good day to you. Your straight face tells me something is bothering you, dear. Are you in need of any potions or herbs? I'll find something to loosen you up a little in no time. Sure, I never refuse a free sample. Potion of instant healing, 1. There you go, sweetheart. You're the former wife of Need, right? I bring some grave news. Yes, I'm the unfortunate one. I'm not surprised that he again reminds me of his existence. What's bothering this simple-minded brute this time? Is it about ripping seams in his boots because he slipped on his way to work, or spreading onion scent in his house? The big baby is always afraid to bathe. It's more serious. He's admitting to killing Wojmir and hiding his butchered body a few years ago. Hurting the ones he used to love? That's him all in his glory. Are you hungry, darling? I have some stew in the cauldron. No, thank you. You don't seem very moved by these revelations. I find your proposition highly out of line, but then again, I never refuse food. Don't seem moved by revelations. As for the news you bring, Needon is long dead to me. There's nothing more he could do to make me detest him even more, or even both of them. What do you mean by both of them? He and Wojmir deserved each other. They used to disappear for long escapades and hide robbed goods in the forest, constantly drunk, and for the most part overconfident in their own abilities and craft. I tried to reach out to his good side, but I couldn't change him. One day he stopped drinking. There was hope, I thought. But from that time on, living with him became unbearable. It's funny to think that in the end, I preferred him to be in his numb state. The day he sobered up and started raising his fists, I realized I wasn't waiting for this, but for my own incentive to change. I moved out without any regrets. To my surprise, in spite of his insanity, Needon changed to do some things right. It's his children, all of them. They're precious gems, skilled, clever, and kind-hearted. They will survive just fine without him. You made the right choice, especially for your children. Take care. Wait, there's something else you should know. I might even have some writings. Oh, where did I put them? Give me a moment to browse through my things. In the meantime, bring me some water from the river. I have a good freshwater spot up the river, not that far from my hut. Go, my potion's about to boil away. Now we have to go get water. Let's have some water also. It only says to steal. Yeah, these all say steel. I want one of those basins for at home, put by our house so we can bath when we're dirty. I've already located it. Why does it still say this? Oh, it says check. On the riverbank, you notice a number of containers for storing water. You have no doubt that this is a place where the herbalist draws the water she uses for her work. This is, after all, a few steps away from the workshop. Take a closer look at the water collection site. You notice that the water here is cleaner than downstream, where locals pour their filth and wash themselves. No wonder the herbalist takes water for her potions far away from the village. Grab one of the buckets and fill it with fresh water. The liquid is so transparent you can barely see your reflection in the bucket. That much water would suffice for Pizzica. I'll leave the water collection spot. Thank you for the water, dearie. I hope you didn't hurt your back. All right, I've gathered the scribblings from my thoughts. I'm all ears. Everyone in the village can recall clearly what they were doing the day before the great blizzard struck. I, for instance, was cooking a special mushroom soup when I was paid an unexpected visit by no one else but Wojmir. I was probably one of the last people to speak with him while he was still alive. Now that I think about it, anyway, the hunter came with an unusual request. He declared proudly that it's time he got himself another heir, and asked with a beaming smile on his face for some more fertility infusion. I didn't know they had such problems. Me neither. Wojmir mentioned that his infusion would help him and his wife once before. When they were almost lost all hope, baby Moropelk was born, healthy and strong. Slawa supposedly praised the medicine for working miracles. There was just one major problem in that story. An infusion of that kind doesn't exist, or at least I've never heard of it. Slawa indeed visited me frequently before her son was born, but I've usually provided her with a herbal concoction to help her calm down and sleep at night. Wojmir was probably not happy to hear about that. There's nothing worse for a man than to be stripped of his manhood, so the cub might not even be his. That was my thoughts. He instantly turned pale as a ghost and refused to say anything else. He then left my workshop and headed home. I assume he had a lot of explaining to do to his wife. When I woke up the next day, he was already missing, after having set off for the snowy woods. Losing his best companion tore Naden apart. Probably Naden's the father, my guess. He had another step to his demise, but there was something more. The final straw. Beside his sudden decision to give up drinking, there were some unburnt fragments of parchment I found on the hearth in our house. Since Neden's fate was almost certainly sealed now, I won't need those shreds of notes anymore. They may shed some light on our village's leaders and the paragons of virtue. You've kept these secrets for years. Thank you for sharing them. I don't know. I now know all I need. Neden will be punished for his crimes. The whole situation is a lot more complicated than I realized. Looks like everybody keeps secrets around here. Thank you for sharing their secrets. And I have to go talk to Slawa. not Slawa. It's you again. Good to see you, my friend. What are you doing here? Where's your brother? Where's Slawa? Hold your horses. Why so many questions? My brother is preparing for departure. We are moving to more prosperous realms. Didn't you say you were fine in the wild? Far from society? Glad to hear that, or you were on the run again. What did you do this time? Who do you think we are, common crooks? The woods became too crowded. A hermit needs a lot more space to operate, yes. I brought some of our supplies to sell. I can't carry this much anyway. I hope to meet the leader of the village, but those local cheapskates say she went north some time ago. That's what you call bad luck. I must have missed her on my way here. I only wanted to ask her for permission to sell. I wish to do it nice and legal and leave this place with a clean record. You know, I wouldn't like to have any authorities stay on our trail as we leave. I need to locate Slawa. Thanks for helping. You don't have time. I don't care. Already know what I came for. We'll locate Slawa. Oh, that was easy. We call it even then. You're welcome, my friend. Let's eat. We'll eat this stuff first. I'm getting the bow out because who knows what's up here. He was sweeping the ground?
Honest work is the only purpose of life.
We got some moose. There's a camp up ahead. It's over. Wojimir finally rests in peace, along with his belongings and the wretched acts that ended his life. I should put an end to your snooping where you weren't supposed to. I won't forget what an insult your running around with my late husband's remains was to my family name and local authority, carried in a bag like a mere item. And what makes you the paragon of respect and honor? You are living with a web of lies. I apologize for that, but it's trying to help. Pretty sure it wasn't the first time his remains were carried around. You are living a web of lies. I spent years trying to bring law and order to this village. Finding a thread of understanding between half-feral hunters and simple-minded lumberjacks required harsh measures and impossible decisions. You have no idea what it takes to be a true leader. I do know that what triggered Wojimir's departure, he was looking for a remedy from a herbalist, Berserka, which you've made up. And what foul herb lady, or did that foul herb lady tell you that? She drinks too many of her own potions and speaks out of her mind. Needham did well to leave that lunatic. I care as little about her opinion as I do about yours. We're done here. Go back to your hole, or wherever you rest. I have a nice house, thank you. Please don't come visit. No need for medicine. You weren't a barren wench, after all, as Wojimir used to call you and blame you for his failures. What did you call me? Who? Who told you that? Stumbled upon some interesting writings. It's all there. You filthy bastard, how dare you? Give me that back. Yarrow Pelk should know who the real father is. He deserves to know. Tell him the truth, you old wench, or I will. He deserves to know. Silence that would distract him from his preparations. He has to become a leader of this village at all costs. He's always been better than Wojimir in every way. His father was a disappointment. Stop bringing him back. Wojimir was an unmatched hunter, yes, but he lacked in every other area, even as a husband. How long was I supposed to wait? Until I am withered and barren? I did what I needed to. The boy was born strong, the village lineage was secured and undisputed. And leader proudly wandered the woods as usual, knowing he had a promised heir, all being of my sacrifice, or all because of my sacrifice. You did that only for your selfish comfort. You wanted it all for yourself. That's the truth. At least own it. I'm sorry you didn't realize you were such a martyr, a hero even. You wanted it all for yourself. No, all I wanted was for my child to be better than him. Wojamir didn't have any sense of leadership in him. He could have managed the riskiest hunting expedition, but could neither handle nor understand his people's everyday needs. He was almost never here when his people needed him, when I needed him. It wasn't long before everyone's hopes rested on my shoulders. Needon, on the other hand, may not be the brightest, but I could always count on him. He was near whenever I needed him, at least until that cursed winter night when Wojamir figured out the truth. And what really happened that night? Wojamir was furious. I had never witnessed so much ferocity in him. He rushed at me and nearly choked the life out of me, but even in his rage he wasn't that kind of man. So he released me and ran into the woods. It took me a while to come to my senses. I then immediately alarmed Needian. They were still good friends and respected comrades after all. There was a part of me that fooled myself into thinking that this fire would still be put out. Oops, double-clicked. I reached the building only to encounter the most pitiful sight. Two prominent leaders hammered, drunk, and deep argument. Wojamir could barely stand straight, while Needon was on all fours. Before I could even speak, Wojamir raised his axe, babbling something about justice. I didn't know what to do. I just acted. I threw myself between the two, who were both part of my life. I grabbed Wojamir's wrists as he was about to split Needon's skull in half with the woodcutter's own axe. I'll spare you the rest, as I wish to never relive it again. That day I prevented my son from becoming an orphan. Only one of them would leave the place alive. He made the choice. Sometimes to save a life is to take one, but those lives grow for years. This could be avoided, and murder is murder no matter the motivation. You should be hanged for what you did. Yep, murderer. Then put a noose around my neck yourself. Let's see how different your sleepless nights would be. It's easy to judge when you weren't there. I ran barefoot through the snow for hours until I got back to myself and managed to sneak back into my house. Needon returned the next day. He believed that he was responsible for his friend's death. I could not reason with him in any way. He became withdrawn and half dead inside. Soon after, I had to take over the leader of our village. We have never brought up the dark event, and it stayed like that until you came along. A murderer who saves a life, an adulterer who fixes marriage problems. You're a unique bunch. I've never witnessed so many lies and crimes at once. How do you people who know who you really are? One wrong decision started to decay in a well-off family. Maybe you deserved it. I feel sorry for all of you. Murder is murder. I have no regrets. I worked hard to wash this blood stain off my hands. Just please don't make my son see me as a monster. This would kill me. Future leader of this village is a bright and kind young man. Only time will tell what he sees you as. You learned what you wanted. Now leave me. I have to talk to Yarapelk. One more day left in this season. Let's go check the farmers, make sure they got all their farming done. It's a lot of reading. There he is. It's good to see you, friend. I'm awaiting my mother's return. We have to decide what to do with cursed Needon. Each second of his presence here is pure torture and pain for me and Slava. I think you might have to reconsider your actions. I spoke with your mother. She and Needon were both involved in Wojamir's death. What do you mean? They knew where the hunter went and how he met his end all along. And how is that? More lies and secrets. When will it all come to an end? So what now? Is she even my mother, or was I dropped on my parents' door in a basket? I'm afraid you're not far off. Slava and Eden had an affair before you were born. I'm sorry, Jarl Pelk, but Wojimir is not your real father. No, this brute? Nothing like him. He didn't feel like a son to the hunter either. I'm terribly sorry. You deserve better, and we rarely see similarities in our parents, and then we become them. I was terribly sorry. I don't care about this anymore. Whoever fathered me doesn't get any credit for who I am. I'm Jarl Pelk, and I made my own choices. The first one will be clearing this mess. It's time my mother passed the leadership to me. After all, she was never being officially sworn in, but was merely fulfilled the duties of a missing chieftain. The time is right, since I'm entering adulthood next season. Your aid has been much value to me, and I respect your opinion. So do me one last favor and tell me what you do in my position. Oh, that's a lot of reading. One is Slava is the main source of your problems. Your mother hasn't been honest with you for years. In order for people to respect and follow you as a new leader, you should cut your ties with her. Two is your mother's intentions may have been to protect you at all costs, but she failed miserably in the end. This woman turned Needham's life into nothing but a pain and sorrow. The man deserves a second chance. Needham betrayed your father without any hesitation. You both share the same blood, but that doesn't mean you're alike. Be wiser and finally end this dark chapter in your family's history. Forgive and move on. Your mother has been preparing you for this role for years. Wojimir was the closest to a father you had, but he was rarely there for you when you needed him. The other two, your blood kin, were blinded by their own vanity and selfishness. Your mother will at least still wishes you well, but an adulterer, Needham, has nothing to offer you except trouble and his bad influence. We'll pick 3. Thank you for your advice. I'll consider it. I'll never thank you enough for your help. I need some time to make decisions on my own, as befits a true leader. We'll speak again. Be careful and good luck. And we have to wait till next season. And somebody at home has a quest for us. Is this the only quest we got going? Oh, we have to talk to him yet. Where is he? Our self-aware NPC. How can I help you? I completed your quest, my self-aware NPC friend. I did what you asked from me, my friend. Or shall I say NPC? Completed your quest, self-aware. What? What does this NPC mean? So you don't remember anything? What should I remember? And what did I ask you to do? I'm sorry, I must have mistaken you with someone else. You gave me a choice to either bring you something that you totally didn't need, or kill some wild animals. Now you don't remember. Why am I not surprised? So I guess the only reward I can count on are some reputation points. Yup. Points? Better be going. 300 reputation points. Let's go home and sleep. deer are gone? I don't see them. Or maybe are they further over? Oh, there's one there, I think. Sleep till next day.
Sometimes you just blink, and there appear some new buildings.
Oh. That's because you're not the one that has to build them. We still need stone for those ones. I'm pretty sure they're all switched to... No. Oh yeah, they just... Oh, they require logs, that's what it was. Do we have the logs? This is all done and ready for next season. That's rye growing. Oh, that's oats growing. Or do they not seed that? Logs we need. And what can we drop off? Don't need a stick on us. I'll take another bunch of logs. Bucket of water we can drop in here. Oh, this is full. Okay. Bucket of water in there. Another merchant, maybe we could just sell the eggs. We're not using them. Oh, there's our poppies. I thought they'd be red poppies. Had a little bit of color, not a lot. Should add some more things. Let's put these together. Brought the middle one. Another one done. Let's do this inside one first. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 logs. stepped on the... What we got going on here? Unsown cabbage. So must have got the carrots and onions already. How many logs did I say? 11? 13? I already forgot. Let's take that many you can bring back. Oh, I missed one right here. Good thing I grabbed extra. That's why I didn't say it was completed. And it's complete. And we're all done our housing. Alright, I think we'll leave it here. We'll maybe insulate them next time so they're ready for winter. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like and subscribe, leave some comments. We'll see you in the next one.